guys, welcome to Tuesdays at Noon. My name is Phil still. You notice I don't have the Phil shirt on, I've got another one. I'm actually changing things up a bit this week. This is going to be a two-parter. This week I'm going to make a merengue Güira or Güiro. Bobby Sanabria did some crazy videos. He's been doing a bunch of how-to videos, and in one of them he mentioned all percussionists should learn some drum set stuff and all drum set guys should learn some percussion stuff. For this week, and just to make it a little bit interesting, you know, a little bit different, I thought I would make a Güiro. Güira, Güiro, Güira, Güiro, Güira, Güira. This is the first time I've ever made one of these, and I'm kind of just making it up as I go along, so friggin' Australia, let it fly. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier this is a two-parter. Next week will be what to actually do with a Güira, Güiro, a guiro. Alright, so that wasn't nearly as painful as I thought it was going to be, going to Bunnings on a Sunday. But, you know, so I got all the bits and pieces that I need. I got some galvanized steel, a bunch of rivets, some spray paint, and some hose clamps. Just to, you know, be a hoser. A hoser. So the first thing I did was clean up the surface with a bit of terps, just because, you know, these things get touched and handled and dealt with a million times over by the time I get here. Yeah. So next I'm going to paint it, and the theory of painting it will be just like instead of using a blue Dicon to do the marking, I'm going to use some actual paint, and then it'll be painted on the inside, which is fun. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put on my safety gear. So, looking around for my damn paint can opener. Friggin' Elvis. He's my best friend. But speaking of safety stuff, when you're painting, always do it near an open door or window. It's obviously not perfect. It's a bit heavy-handed there, but that's okay. This is literally on the inside. This is just for marking up all my stuff. But while this dries, I haven't been doing much running lately. It seems to me I'm getting a little bit lazy with that. But one of the things I've noticed, which is a little bit weird, is using my weight as a metric to explain how healthy or not healthy I am, depending on how you look at it. Doesn't seem to be working, because as I do more workouty stuff and the push-ups and the chin-ups and the crunches and the leg lifts and whatnot, all that stuff. Well, that's a cool table. Anyway, as I do all that stuff, I put on muscle mass, which means my weight has actually plateaued, which is kind of annoying. I'm still gonna keep track of my weight because I like the bling that happens when I put it on here. But yeah, it seems like the more effort I put into it, the more muscle mass I put on it. Muscle mass weighs more than fat, so as the fat goes down, the muscle mass goes up, my weight actually kind of stays constant, kind of high 80s, you know. And I've been trying to get it down to 75 by next October. So it's not a huge difference, but it seems to be quite difficult to get that done. Check the plans. Here I am marking out where my fold lines are going to be with my super fantastic 1 meter Stadler ruler thingy, which is just brilliant. And my extra fancy new scratch awl that I got for Christmas, which I love. Yeah. Special thanks to Leatherman for sending me that t-shirt. It was a bit random and awesome. I mentioned them on my Instagram. Cutting it out with some snips. You can use other things like a jigsaw. If you do use a jigsaw though, be sure you put on hearing protection and support the piece as much as possible. keep your fingers out of the way, all that. Don't chop off your fingertips. That would be bad. That little bit there is going to be the handle. Here I am double checking, remarking a line that I missed. Notching out the corners because I'm going to be folding that up. Double checking the plans again. Checking my Facebook while I'm at it. These are 5 mil apart, these lines that I'm about to draw on the next bit. And the idea here is to mark out a grid and then smash out where all the grid lines intersect. And to be honest with you, I probably could have skipped that bit. I probably didn't need to mark it all out like this. I probably could have just eyeballed it from here and been fine. Usually, I've got a pretty good eye when it comes to parallel lines. But by all means, if it is helpful to you, then, you know, draw it all out. I don't even think I looked at them half the time. Yeah, that's scratch all. It's an amazing, amazing piece of kit. I love it. Man, this is a bit tedious, huh? Watching this 2,000 times faster is a bit boring. Imagine doing it in real time. Yeah. Scratch all. Love it. Yeah. When you get to this part, you just start smashing out on all the vertices. But be sure that you are wearing hearing protection, because you are smashing steel into steel, and you will go deaf. This part is very time-consuming and mind-numbing, and took forever, actually, truth be told. Yeah, you notice I'm holding it at the bottom of the handle right now for maximum leverage. That is completely unnecessary. By the time I get to the end of it, I'm pretty much holding it at the head. It was just, my forearms were starting to burn. This was funny. It's me marking out my own name. I was gonna scratch it out, or pound it out, I guess, in relief so that it would be there for all time, which is kind of fun and a bit arrogant, I suppose. But yeah, so I'm marking out around where the letters are, and it looks fantastic. It's so cool. It's so fun. I love it. The customization options are great, but it's good to think these things through a little bit more, because I'm like, hey, okay, and I flipped it over, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course it's backwards. This is the inside of the Güira. So then I just pounded out the rest of them, and I just kept going. Yeah. And it was starting to curl up, which was getting kind of annoying. But yeah, I made other patterns in it later on, just to break up the tedium and the monotony. Yeah, and if you keep it consistent in the middle bit, then it should be fine for playing, you know. See what happens. Okay, and hammer a Güira, they said. It'll be fun, they said. The card is dead. I came out here this morning and did some more pounded. Emptied out the card and all that last night and uploaded everything and all that stuff. I'm gonna be putting my logo on here somewhere, roughly there-ish. Hey, look at that, it fits quite nicely. Interesting, I was thinking about the potential for customization. If I'm gonna get more into these, do more of these. I don't know. There's a million places I could take this. Oh, the damn thing kept moving around. Yeah, right about now I'm so over smashing these out by hand. I gotta come up with a better system. Maybe use a fork. Do 6 or 7 at a time. And on that note, kids, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Wow, I'm really bright. Straight into the window. So yeah, look at my workbench. I gotta sort that out, huh? That's some nastiness. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for now. You check into the next one in a couple days. On Thursday, I'll do a Thursday at noon, maybe. 62.5. I don't know. Anyway, like always, if you like what I'm doing, like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys have a killer week, or killer couple days anyway. I'll see you on Thursday.